Oh, it already started. Oh my god, oops. It just went straight to the quest.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Sunna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Oh, a guy from Inazuma, I see.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
What are they talking about? Tatara Sunna?
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Look at his little mustache. Oh my god, I can't. I will always have to comment on the mustache. The mustache is just... It just... I can't.
Did one of them just mention Tatara Sunna?
Yeah.
But that's all the way in Inazuma!
We actually helped Xavier from Fontaine do some stuff in Tatara Sunna.
Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Sunna mystery is all about.
Inversion of Genesis? Genesis crystals? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I had to. Alright. Searchers, hello. Why are we meddling in their business?
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
That's me. If you're looking for the traveler, that's me.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Right, I am.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
I understand.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Sunna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara Sunna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara Sunna.
Yeah, Sawada speaks funny.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatara Sunna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade.
But Mikoshi is not the thing from Enkanomiya, like Dainichi Mikoshi? Is it the same Mikoshi?
But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatara Sunna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
He's very excited. Is Aquaba's VA the same as Alhazen? Oh. Wait, maybe we can check when he talks.
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Sunna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Could it be?
Wait, so there are two missing people in this story now?
Paimon is very interested.
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
We have briefly in Kazuha's story.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Yep.
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
So, Kazuha's clan?
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
It does not sound like Alhazen. Unless he like changed a lot his voice. It does not have like the same tone? Kinda? He doesn't? Unless he changed a lot. There's more?
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh, shit.
A puppet?
Shogun puppets that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the Balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatara Sunna? Crying, lamenting?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy.
Bro.
The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Yeah.
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Okay, Sino. Yeah, sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay!
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hi. That was like 20 minutes of reading. Basically.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the Balladeer, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think he was gonna eat an arm that fell on the floor, though.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
We kick. Okay. Do you mean he kicked our butt first, and then because of plot armor, I won? Cause that's what happened.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
He's not locked up. He recovered fast from, you know, his head injury, right?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Yep, that was him. He is just walking around, Sumeru.
The Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
It's been like 2 weeks. I mean, a head injury can take years to be recovered. A win is a win, true. No matter if it takes like 15 minutes, a win. Oh, so it's the Balladeer going after the Balladeer. Pretty cool.
Squall and Fury.
Oh god. That's pretty fast for a cute. For what? A cute CTE? Let's go. Talk to Nahida. There he goes. Nahida looks happy though.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hello, Scar Steven.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Bro.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Because we don't kill people.
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Sure, it's true.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Excuse me.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us!
Oof.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
Will we though? It's probably like 2 years away from now, the information.
The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle.
Right.
He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
This act was too long?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Oh, brother, so he tossed you out like trash? We really are not, holding back with our words?
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the fatui, and also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame?
Well, if the fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Okay.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Where is he going?
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
How so?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, so she's sending him to search information for us.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category.
Right.
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
That's what I was gonna say. What if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you.
Damn, Nahida is really the best, huh? She is the only one that is going far to get information for the Traveler. Like, the others give information to the Traveler, but like, Nahida is doing way more.
If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
She's so cute.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be of help.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Oh, brother. I don't really think that seeing Nahida making a deal with the Balladeer something to be considered a betrayal. She's being logical. It's the same way that she made a deal with Dottore, or the same way that Zhongli had a deal with Senora, a contract with Senora. So like, it does not make sense to just say Nahida is a betrayer because she decided to strike a deal with him, when like the other Archons also had their fair share of decisions. For example, Raiden left her puppets, like the Raiden Shogun puppet, to make decisions about Inazuma while she was unaware of the decisions and how much it was affecting her people, while she was thinking only.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
It kind of does, yeah.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I don't think like anything of that is a betrayal. It's just strategic. Let's go.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Naida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird!
Oh my god.
No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards.
Excuse me.
But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Are we gonna fight in the Irminsul?
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
Oh god.
I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
What do you mean on both sides, Nahida? He started the beef. It was not me. He tried to poison me. No. Yeah, Yai is a real one. What happens if you take a Duk inside the Irminsul? I don't think it's a good idea.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all.
Okay, he knows that I pulled on his banner.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path.
Right.
All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
No, we're good.
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy, it's unbearable.
He called us pretty. There's no need for all the biting sarcasm.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling?
He's just going.
Darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Let's go. She turned on the Bluetooth.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
This is the boss arena for Elden Beast. It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh.
It's the Elden Beast arena.
Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Jesus.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Oh, Paimon is planning to run off, I see.
What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
What's that? This place reminds you of the one in the depths of the chasm?
These sapling things have spread out.
Fragments have dissipated.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Okay, I'll try. The location's changed. Looks like we've been transported to another path. I hope that one day they release this outfit as a skin for him.
It looks the same in every direction.
Continue exploring.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Surprised they have not yet. It's because he was released like less than a year
We're
ago,
here.
I believe.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He has not put up any resistance and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui? First Aquaba and Sawada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
I don't think he was gonna share with us though.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Oh, so we're talking on our minds again. Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
So, the Balladeer can't hear us.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Look at Paimon. I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
I think that Paimon really got a lot better in Sumeru, I would say. Like, her personality got a lot softer. Like, even though she has beef with some of the characters, she's not straight up rude. Like she was with Sincho, for example. Like, during the Sincho quest, she was like, I wanna slap him in the face. And, like, it was so uncalled for. And then, like, in Sumeru, she is way more soft in person. Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Oh, so we're going to have the betrayals addressed then. Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Paradise DI. You relate what you saw in the Balladeer's mind while in Paradise DI.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatara Sunna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
But she's not gonna tell us.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Sunna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You tell Nahida about the story Aquaba and Sawada are writing.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
It's true?
So the Gesse got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Sunna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Oof.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Hello there, Taco Bell boy? Was Kara?
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage.
From the timing that he stopped our conversation, it seems like he knew what we were talking about, honestly.
Huh? Wait.
Blast would mellow him out? His voice actor did a Taco Bell commercial. Oh my god, I didn't know that. That's actually pretty interesting.
This light, it looks similar to those saplings.
Yeah.
What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous?
Hey, don't you forget the agreement! You have to share it with us!
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Sunna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name, Niwa, was the man in charge of Tatara Sunna, plus he belongs to the lineage of Ishinar.
Whoa!
Paimon? Calm down.
I have been in Tatara Sunna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else.
Look at the little hair. Doesn't Kazuha have like a little bit of a, you know, like orange strand of hair as well?
Under your leadership, Tatara Sunna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose. They are motivated.
Look at his little ponytail. It's so short. It's cute.
As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Sunna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
So, is this guy from Fontaine? Nejnaya? Because this is not Inazuma outfit, right?
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale.
Yes, I like bubble tea, yeah. It's been a while since I had one.
You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Sunna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
Yeah, it's the same clothes as Xavier, except Xavier does not have like I don't know, a knife on his back or something like that.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
Escher?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope.
Huh?
But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Oh, Fontaine.
Are you
okay.
sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes,
They're very close to
you
each
don't
other.
seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Sunna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Oh god, he's gonna kill him? Yep. Oof.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Erasure was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all.
So is he fatui?
And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Sunna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Why do I always escape? Why? Why? Like, it is... Somebody take the controller away from me.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
Erasure actually kind of sounds like Dottore? Low-key? I don't know. Doesn't he sound like Dottore? Or one of Dottore's other Dottores? You know, like one of them?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
I see. I see. That's why I was finding his voice so familiar. It is him. Okay, sure.
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind.
Yeah, I was thinking it's the same. I was thinking it was the same voice of the doctor that was talking to Nahida, but I was not sure. I just know, like, the way he ends his words, like the way that he ends, it's very recognizable. So I was like, should I say that it's him? Should I say that it's not? Because if it was not, I would look like a dumbass. But apparently it is.
It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
So Niwa was Wanderer's friend.
Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
Oh, I think the doctor probably told him the contrary.
He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
Oof.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
No, he lost because you were a dumbass and you're an idiot and you're horrible. That's why he lost. Because he's not a scum like you, that's why.
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
This guy is... Yikes. He's yikes.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
This was all Piero's doing? But the doctor was the one who set it in motion as well.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
Sir?
Good. Good.
I don't think that's good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
He was the one behind the Tatara Sunna incident.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
What do you... Sir, what? You just heard your friend. Why... Sir.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. What was this part of the doctor's experiment? The betrayal never happened. It existed only in his imagination, but where does this leave him?
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
You need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Is he gonna be able to process it?
Paimon's still confused about the Tatara Sunna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday.
Dottore is the fourth betrayal? Yeah. I guess there's way more betrayals in the middle as well.
So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatara Sunna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the Balladeer became the main test subject.
I was about to become the fifth betrayal? Excuse me, it was Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was the fifth betrayal, not me.
After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the Balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the Balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke.
Was it Niwa's heart in the device? Oh my god.
The Balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the Balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatara Sunna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokaden 100 years ago. But it does not mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Oh my god. Mystery of Tatara
Tatara, you
Sunna.
brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Leave her to follow. Oof. A while later...
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this does not affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Here we go.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here.
I think it's Nahida.
But unfortunately,
this.
there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed? ...
No unexpected, but still thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
Oh shit.
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester, another fatui harbinger. Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
He looks happy.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself
but
now.
not happy at the same time. What's going on? Sir, are you okay?
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
That was not our deal, but okay.
Give me your hand.
No? Oops. Sorry. You're good? You okay? My dog was trying to climb the couch. Are you good? Okay, now he is on the couch. Oh my god. Damn.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
I can't. Are you trying to brainwash? Why is this her first reaction?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you.
Okay.
So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
It's not. Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Wait, is it possible to change the past? I don't think so,
Huh?
right?
What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, that look, did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know. Oh! Oh, shit.
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Yeah, the Sakura tree and Rukadevara as well. Oh shit. What if in the end of everything, like, we make a wish to just go back to the beginning? What if that's the ending of the game? Like, we just make a wish to go back to the beginning before the Kanria thing happened.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Where the hell is he going? Yeah, a time loop, right? That would be actually interesting if that
From this
happened.
day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Wait, he wants to delete. Oh my god, sir.
Those who died in Tatara Sunna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
But he lost his power. Why would he wouldn't be able to do that.
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are.
What?
But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Guess we're not finding him.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Nahida, help?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
You tell Nahida everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it.
Oh my god, if even Nahida is sure... Ugh.
We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
It was all my fault? What did I do? I didn't do anything this time.
We're out! And we're at... an inn or something?
What?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Oh, I want to help.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon does not remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata for now, and focus on the Balladeer. You tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you, and what he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy, that's for sure.
Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life!
Oof.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Ooh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history?
Huh?
Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
By Paimon's reaction, I feel like she knows more than she's letting on. Maybe she knows about Rukkhadevata and is not telling us because, like, she thinks we don't know and she does not want to confuse us as well. So, like, both Traveler and Paimon are kind of, like, hiding this from each other. I don't know. Paimon has a strange reaction sometimes.
But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Not necessarily, but maybe.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Yes, including A, right? Indeed, if the Balladeer doesn't raise himself from Irminsul, many people in Azuma will be affected. I can't imagine what the situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the right and Gokaden, Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Would this mean that they would... Oh, shit. Oh, Kazuha.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
Oh?
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
My god.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munchak grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers, tea break pancakes, cream stew, sautéed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
what happened? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about.
You were getting so
What was it
worried
again?
about the situation with the Balladeer that you started listing foods?
The Balladeer?
Wait, did he erase himself?
Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name, though.
Oh shit. Paimon does not remember the Balladeer. Wait, but won't that mean that Nahida won't remember? Wait, but Nahida will remember him, right? In any case. But how did he have that ability? This does not make sense. Who is the Balladeer?
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Okay. If this is really happening, I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me. We gotta go to Inazuma.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go. Yeah. Oh my god, we're going back to Inazuma. Shit.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Let's get over there first. So we're going to Inazuma, huh? Talk to Amenoma Togo. Why Amenoma Togo of all people? Oh my god, we started the quest on top of the rooftop.
Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while.
So they remember us, okay. Pardon me, I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokaden.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokaden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Isshin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Isshin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokaden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Isshin blade.
Yeah, we saw it.
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokaden then too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokaden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokaden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatara Sunna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
Niwa?
Tatara Sunna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself and grew up deeply resentful at the world.
So, him erasing himself didn't change shit. Niwa still died. It didn't change.
In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden.
So basically, Skara made everything worse.
But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
Thank you.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmith. It looks like the Balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
Oh, so he still exists. He's still the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night. Oh boy. That's all. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
But are we not thinking about Raiden, Shogun? Like, because if the Balladeer Skara does not exist anymore, it means that she never made him.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Go to the Yashiro. Yeah, you see, we're going to like the Amenoma, the Yashiro Commission, but we're not going directly to Raiden. Okay, let's go to the Yashiro Commission.
This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Hayato is never here, huh?
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, You're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
Shrek is imposter, right?
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you, take you up on that offer. Okay. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
I didn't even do Ayato's quest.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
I've never seen Ayato in this game, actually.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf.
The famous Ayato quest? Yeah, a lot of people say that his quest is not about him.
As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although, he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Very much so.
Ayato is still the Yashiro Commissioner. Ayaka is still the lady of the house. No changes here. As far as I can see, nothing's changed in the Yashiro Commission either. I was expecting as much, but it is still a big relief to know that Kamisato's siblings are both safe and well.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now, many thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
I'm flattered.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next?
Tatara Sunna?
Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
She is the Mama Murphy of
Are you two leaving already?
of Genshin.
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Bye.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Oh my god, it's so interesting to hear Xavier talk because, like, when you do the Tatara Sunna quest, he does not talk, right? It's interesting.
Xavier, what are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Do you know much about Tatara Sunna? I mean, so?
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth.
Yeah, we helped him.
If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
How well do you understand this history of this area?
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before.
Oh my god, it's so strange to hear him. Why he sounds like a cowboy? Xavier sounds like a cowboy.
Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatara Sunna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatara Sunna starts a long time ago.
Right.
I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation. Goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too.
So, Dottore was still here regardless of... Ah, yeah.
They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Mechanic, huh? Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading to all this ensuing chaos. So it was all for nothing.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatara Sunna? Come on, ask already!
The way they say Xavier, I can't say Xavier. I will always say Javier. Yeah, he can talk. I also thought they would not voice him anytime because of his quest, honestly. You know the quest in Tatara Sunna? I thought they would never. And there's also another quest. No, there is not. It's not only... There's another guy, I forgot his name. But it is the movie director quest. I wonder if they are gonna show him in Fontaine.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. So can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki mono connected to Tatara Sunna?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatara Sunna is concerned.
So there is no more kabuki mono. Did the Balladeer really manage to erase himself from history? If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was, but so far it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. You see, it was the same thing with Ruka Devara though. Her actions is still stewed, but people just think that it was Nahida instead of her that did all of that. Her actions are still the same. So maybe he didn't know that the actions would still be the same, but the only difference is that he wouldn't exist. Thank you, Xavier.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh,
it's
you're
Xavier.
most welcome. More than happy to help.
Not even Xavier, it's Xavier.
Farewell.
No, I'm gonna call him Javier.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Time to go back and see Lesser Lord Kusanali. Not Raiden?
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Thank you, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it.
Spinal Crocodile.
Let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Keep your smiles, Spinal Crocodile. The Kabuki Mono's finale. Return to the sanctuary of Surasana.
Too slow.
Oh god, I can't... Wait, who is trying to fight me?
How irritating.
Oh. You.
The night is cold.
How childish.
Squall and Fury.
He's so dumb. Oh god. Flying up is always
it's
fun.
them.
Oh, please don't tell me I'm gonna have to read.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Are you still talking about the Issei?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Sunna, huh? Should we join them?
Perfect. This you have researched Tatara Sunna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
Can I read it again?
Huh? Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's also no kabukimono here. Content has changed. Another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. Good to know the different parts you're skipping. The Balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece.
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Sure.
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Told them whatever happened.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Arminoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
Sadly, no.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
We've got some things to take care of. Bye.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Okay. Talk to Nahida. Okay, I'm not gonna say again that it would be interesting to talk to Raiden though. Maybe they didn't want to bring her in the Sumeru Archon quest. That would have been interesting though.
Behold!
Because she would have more information. Oh god, why am I going up?
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
So, does Nahida not remember?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
I was investigating the situation with the Balladeer.
The Balladeer?
Oh, shit.
It sounds like some kind of code name.
I hope that Nahida is not gaslighting us. I don't think she would do that. You know, act like she does not remember him just until we solve the situation. I don't think she would do that, right?
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida does not remember. Just like last time, any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. Oh shit. So we are the only one. God, how are you gonna solve this? The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the thing that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper.
Traveler?
We should put the information back there.
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tatara Sunna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. Airplane. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years and he grew in strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
Yep.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul. hoping that he could change the past.
And I imagine he's in shambles right now, knowing that he only erased himself but not the past.
But how is he even able to do that?
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again?
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm really not sure. We are enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything, or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitated because I witnessed a greater Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell Nahida that. To put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that. So, Traveler feels guilty.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
Chose such a radical option and yet...
It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatara Sunna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he'd never existed at all?
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Okay.
Found it. This should be the one.
What's that?
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
Oh?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner.
Oh, so maybe she also has a collection about Rukkhadevata?
You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale?
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
This matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Paimon's brain is gonna explode.
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
So that's why the story of the people that knew him didn't change?
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
So what now?
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night, and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them.
I see. That's why Wanderer is related to cats? That's kind of a fox, though? Kind of like a fox fur? Lament.
But
oh, there's a cat!
The monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Hey Ginger, how are you doing? Wanderer lamenting in his free time at night. Poor guy. I mean, he did a lot of bad things as well, though. Nobody can deny that. He was in a silly, goofy mood and did a lot of bad things.
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this."
So the monster is the doctor and the cat is Iskara. I guess. That's what's happening. I'm confused.
The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
Aww.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
Wait, that's so sad.
Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened.
So Nahida predicted that this would happen.
To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with.
The whole trapped into the Shiki Pavilion thing was summarized here? The bird thing?
Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world.
That's right.
We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
I think Traveler is going through it. I've never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Paimon, shut up.
Good idea. Paimon,
No!
why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
We're not going to it right now.
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk.
Bro, that's not time for that. Oh my goodness.
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
Lunch is important.
Must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Okay. Alright.
The wind rises.
Well, I guess he's not gonna exist for a little while still. Hey Calvin, how are you doing? Sweet Madame for the win. Peking Duck, Turkey Club. Oh my god. All of you are Paimon, basically. All Paimons in chat. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar.
Squall and Fury.
Paimon is Paimon.
The wind rises. Huh.
Legend says that if we go back to that place in the academia from the Arkan quest, Kave and Alhaiten are still fighting there. Bro, where is Grand Bazaar?
Too slow.
Why is it so hard to find places in Sumeru? I imagine that it's gonna be worse in Fontaine. And then we're not gonna find it ever. Taking the long route? I don't even know where I am.
Quit following me.
Sumeru is so complicated to walk around. Okay, we're in the Grand Bazaar. Give me a Sensaria.
Get your spices here. We've got all kinds.
Good. We found our way.
We're here! What should we eat first?
Nothing. I have a nagging feeling, like there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Sorry, it's just give me a minute. I'm still processing.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain, let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and the leading oneself. Greater Lord Rukadevata, forbidden knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Yeah, that was it. Greater Lord Rukadevata. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence. Not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali? To do the deletion for her. There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
No, I can't tell Paimon. She does not know about Greater Lord Rukadevata. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
The answer is here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsetias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? The work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the Balladeer?
He's who?
That's very convenient that he just appeared in the Grand Bazaar.
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
What is happening right now?
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetius, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
He's being too nice.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
That's strange. He's being nice. That's very, very strange. Where did he go? That does not match his idle animations. Yeah, his voice is also softer. It does not match his idle animations.
Quit following me.
And what he says when you're walking around. What is happening? Bro completely changed. Does he know we're following him? He probably do.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the Balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetius? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shush.
Oh, alright.
Scara without all the trauma.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I was not seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following you.
Have we met before?
Oh my god, the Sensatias are huge! Are they supposed to be that huge normally?
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you?
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
True.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Maybe we should go with him, otherwise he's gonna run away.
Then let's return to the city.
Scaramouche will do the fandango. I believe his story is inspired by the song.
Quit following me. Too slow.
I think it is.
Quit following me. Behold!
I got stuck.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
There's a AI cover of Wanderer singing? Oh my god, really? Did you hear it?
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
I'm confused because in the event, he's not nice. Have you listened to some? No, I have not. I have not. Is it like official music that they created together?
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
That situation is so bizarre. So bizarre.
Swarm Fury.
Ah! Oh my god. Hey Leech, how are you doing? You can say the name because links don't work here on the chat. Okay, let's talk to Nahida. There you go.
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
I mean, he had a big role in the event, right? And now he's gonna fall off. Like he was fighting with Sino in the event, and also like Tainari, he gave Tainari water. And I thought he was going to like do something to get Tainari disqualified. He was not that nice in the event.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You tell Lesser Lord Kusanali what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
Huh.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
It sorta is.
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see.
Right.
You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We're just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike.
This is almost making you want to pull him, pull him, so we can, you know, co-op with two wanderers. Do it. No, I'm just kidding. Only do it if you really want to. Think about Aqua. Think about the Aqua simulacra. Don't be impulsive like me.
You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Nahida tells the Wanderer about his past. Hi, Kian, how
I
are you
gave
doing?
everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
We were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street!
Oof.
He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Okay.
Understood.
Thought my mom would say good boy.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Okay. Oh my god, look, 2 of them.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
What happens when you have the trial character?
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation.
Oh shit.
You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
That's where they found him.
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
Wait, was this the place that he was left for real? Like, nobody came back for him? He was just left?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatara Sunna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatara Sunna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatara Sunna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatara Sunna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Of the doctor. Wait, let me see. Is this my... Yeah, it's still mine. It's still my Wanderer. Huh. Interesting. Thank you for the posture. They did not really replace my character. They left my Wanderer. My Wanderer is better than the trial? I think the only thing is that mine has low talents right now. Oh, there's a chest. Wait, doesn't this drop?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
As soon as the trial starts, they give you the character from the trial. As like the 5th character. So I don't think it's gonna change the Wanderer this time around. Oh shit! Okay, hold up. Can I still get the items? No. Fuck. Ouch. Maybe they didn't? It was a long time ago. Maybe they didn't what? They don't give the character? No, they give. Like if you go watch back like Raiden's quest or Kazuha Ito or like Yoimiya's quest, they do give you the character at the beginning of the domain. What the? They do give you the character to try, yeah. They give you the last fight? Oh, so they changed this. Give it hydrate. Because the other ones are not like that.
What are we doing back here?
Wait, we went back to a bit the beginning? I hear voices?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
That's not how it works.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatara Sunna, the Balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The Balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
You bet the Shrek is out behind all of this?
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
He keeps exploring. Oh shit! Okay. Is there any chest around that I missed? Probably not, right?
Too slow.
Too slow.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
They died? Already? Huh? Jalapenos are spicy?
Adventure time!
I only had jalapeno Doritos, you know? Never really like the real thing. Can't break
Quit
that.
following me.
So no more chests in here? I think. Oh wait, this is the room that he left us at. Oh shit. This is the room.
This place is dark.
Isn't it?
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
Yeah.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Yeah, he tried to kill us.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown
Senora.
factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
There is Senora.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
Oh my god. I wouldn't say I like Senora. Mostly because of what happened with Venti. But I don't think she needed to die in the story, honestly.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely.
Damn.
Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
That never happened.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is?
Dead.
Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
She's a boss for materials, true. She still lives on.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you.
Where is she?
Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans.
Oh my god.
Do you really count that as an asset?
Oof.
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Die, lady. There's more?
Know your place.
Oh my god, they were just sent flying.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Oh, mine's a command. My guidance.
Everybody stand back!
The wind rises.
Can't run from death.
Okay, cool. Yeah, mirror maidens are annoying. Where? Oh, we
Looks
are.
like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Yeah, now we are in the boss part.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome.
Oh, doctor.
I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
How do you see with this mask?
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
Right.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
That's not a good thing at all.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
God.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
Yeah, everybody wanted to see Azar, right? Best character in Sumeru?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
The doctor, he's behind all of this. Yeah, he is.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Instead of Senora, it should have been the doctor, maybe. You know, he could have died. It would have been fun.
Let's move on.
Like you know, I don't think a lot of people would miss him. I don't know. I just have a feeling. A lot of people would be like, you know, doctor, who's the doctor again? You know, but Senora, she had so much to live for. Shrek is?
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
You want the Doctor to be playable? I mean, I respect that. I respect that. But, you know, to be playable, a character does not need to be alive, you know? You can still play them after they die. Yeah, dead people can still be playable. Who knows? You will be main paint alone?
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear.
Huh?
No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Are you saying?
Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next.
Oh, he glitched. Oh, he glitched. Oh my god.
But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Is this the true meaning of Greater Lord Rugadavada's words? A person can't erase themselves. And even though the original Balladeer has gone, this person will live on his place. Our person seems an inescapable part of their destiny too.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
So he's gonna go
you
back
have made
to...
your decision. Now, take this.
Well, he got back all the trauma now.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
Not again. Damn, Traveler.
Hey! Are you done yet?
That's loud.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Huh. Oh, that's how he got his... I see.
Die.
Oh my god, he's back. He's
This
back.
is trying my patience.
Oh shit. No, I don't wanna. Wait. There's no things on the floor now. Oh shit. He does less damage than my star.
Insignificant past.
Oh shit. Ah, get out of here.
Too slow.
Okay, let me see. What is he using? No, he's not using. He is using noblesse. I had hopes for a second. I was like, maybe it's not noblesse. It is noblesse. But his stats are... Never mind. It's just the attack. The attack is really good though. Is it because of his weapon? Oh my god, the base attack of this weapon is 674? Bro. Yeah, the crit rate is decent, yeah. But the damage is not. The damage could be a little higher, right? It's Constellation Tree though. And it's 8/8/11. Well.
At my command, you shall fall. The wind rises.
Can I, yeah, I was just stay here.
Insignificant past.
Follow me.
Oh my god, he has 76 and he's not critting. Oh shit. We're never finishing this. We're never finishing this. We're never finishing this fight!
My endless cycle begins.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm gonna fall. Oh shit! Shit! We're dying! My god! That was not very nice of them to just let him fight alone. Bro is not critting though. Oh god. Hello? Ouch.
Feeble human.
Chill. Oh my god, no way! You're really doing all of that?
Swarm Fury.
I mean, the burst surely does a lot of damage, right? Okay, yeah, the burst did a lot of damage. But we don't get energy at all. I don't get energy, please help! Oh fuck.
At my command, you shall fall. Behold.
Okay, we healed. We need energy.
squall of fury.
Okay, do it!
Unsightly
Bye.
insects.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I will probably copy this build. I will change my Wanderer to Noblesse. Probably tomorrow.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
I guess.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self.
Oh, now Paimon remembers him as he was before.
Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Once you can move, please look at your back.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay, my bag. What's up with my bag? What's up? Is there anything? What was supposed to be here? So there's no chest in here? Taj. Oh, the mecha was there for a sec. I guess they fixed it. Or maybe it's not, it's only on PC. So some stuff only
Welcome
happen
back,
on PC.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
Now he's growling.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You won't go by the Balladeer anymore?
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the sixth is.
I will send the Discord link in a sec.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's call it a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting.
You're not completely worthless. What do you mean?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida does not see you in that way.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
Bro.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes?
After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how?
Can I can try without like having to press the confirm button? Because I don't want to name him something that I don't mean to name him, and then like he's gonna be forever with the name.
Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor, and I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
I see. I didn't do all of this for a reward. Please don't make it sound like I'm extorting you.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
It's kind of hard to understand how people would not understand this part of the story in the game. It's kind of hard. They're making it so obvious that Nahida is compassionate towards everybody, and can't believe.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Hope we can give Nahida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Yeah, Nahida is very smart. And very compassionate. He just left. Hello?
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Actually, you're part of my team.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Paimon is lying.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
You want us to decide?
No! Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
It should have been Nahida to name him, because she...
Have you got anything?
She's his mom. Oh god. Rules and disclaimer. Oh my god. We have even like a disclaimer. See his reactions? Okay, so Dottore? I feel so bad for calling him Dottore. So I think he won't reject chlorines though, because it's probably not on the, so he's probably going to, let's see, child. I am scared. Do I click confirm? I don't want...
You can't be serious.
Okay, let me give it some more
Okay.
time. Oh, that's his reaction to child.
Have you got anything?
No, Chlorine is definitely playable though. All of the characters from the trailer are playable. And I think like it accepts automatically if I call him Chlorine. He's gonna be called Chlorine. Jester? Is Dottore like 2 T's? If I try Emo Wanderer, he's going to...
You can't be serious.
Oh, it's the same. It's the same.
Okay.
He always gives the same opinion.
Have you got anything?
Now Nana? Oh god. I don't want him to be called Nana. Oh god. Nano?
You want to share your name with me? Not a bad choice.
No. I don't wanna. I don't wanna share. I mean, he's happy to share the name with me. That's strange, sir.
Okay.
Sir. Yeah, he
Have
likes
you got
it.
anything?
Yeah, it's kind of sweet, right? Oh my god, my dog. Paimon? Okay, Paimon. Yeah, it was a cute response, yeah. There's Paimon. Bob? Right.
That won't work.
He straight up refuses.
Okay.
He straight up refuses.
Have you got anything?
Let's see Scaramouche. Yeah, Paimon being like, hey! It's not, I don't think it fits, does it? Oh, it does. Okay, here we go.
I have no need for these names anymore.
Okay, he does not accept
Okay.
Scaramouche. What am I actually gonna name him?
Have you got anything?
That's difficult. His name is gonna be Daigo. Daigo is Kara Steven. That's your new name, sir. Be happy.
Are you sure?
I am sure. He looks like Kevin? No, it's Daigo.
Oh, alright. If you say so.
You didn't like it? I guess he likes when you name him after yourself. It was a cute response.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Oh, he wants the nickname!
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
That's actually kind of cute.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
Oh my god, what do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Yeah, we're gonna make him pay though.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
Hi, how are you doing?
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall.
What time do I have right now? 7 p.m.
Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
No.
What's
They are
that
not
look
gonna do
for?
that.
Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. All right. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, he will be fine eventually.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Is it over? Oh, there's
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue.
Wait, so Mikoshi Nagamasa ended up surviving?
The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come.
Or is this only his story?
Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Tatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
That's a pretty scene. Whee! Oh wait, we gotta read. Huh? Oh, there's more. I thought we were done. What does Daigo mean? It's just a character from Yakuza. It's a character from Yakuza that had an emo phase. So that's why he's Daigo.
The wind rises.
It's about time we had a break.
I thought she was gonna say a lunch or something. I'm glad that she didn't mention food again.
As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Paimon.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
What about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something?
Wasn't...
But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
It was you. That night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the Balladeer and broke the vase. But the Balladeer erased his existence. He changed the world, so why is this vase still broken?
You sound lost and confused.
Who's that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
It kind of sounds like Yai by the way she talks, but I'm pretty sure it's not Yai.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
You think this voice is from an old friend of Alice? Interesting.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Believe my eyes. Does she mean I should trust my memory?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I started playing in 3.5, so whatever was said there, I didn't have context and I don't know names. I started playing in 3.5. It's 3.4 or 3.5, something like that. I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Yay! It's over! Wow! Oh, we got some guide of praxis for him. Yay! We done it! That was a really nice story about him. The table in the sky? Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't remember the names though. What did I name him? I named him Daigo. Oh god, my eye is itchy. Daigo. We got a wish! And now we only got Cuddy Birds. That's sad!